closing the renewal appointment. Now, you're gonna have a few customers that they may tell you, "I'm not interested," or um, I'm happy with my company. I really don't want to go into the office. I really don't want to waste my time. So you're always gonna have a few situations where customers do not want to take the time. So your goal is to educate them, to give them a reason why they should actually walk in. So I'll use a couple of different tools that you could use. So whenever they tell you, look, I don't want to come in, I don't have any time, I'll just keep my policy. I went in there last time, and I wasn't able to find anything cheaper. So first of all, you're gonna thank them. Always thank them. Always appreciate the time, the opportunity, the conversation. Just let them know that you appreciate the fact that they're um, spending some time with you over the phone. So, and then let them know why they should, regardless if they had an experience in the past, why should they give you another opportunity, or at least why should they, invest a couple minutes to actually walk into the office. So I would tell the customer, look, sir, first of all, I want to appreciate the time you're giving me. I'm grateful for the opportunity that I have today to actually have a conversation with you. And look, let me just share a couple of things. Now, I completely understand you came in before and we weren't able to find anything, but let me give you the benefit of that. Now, I want you to look at the positive. Now, as a client, you should appreciate the fact that there's a department, and I'm actually from the renewal department. There's a department specifically, okay, focused on making sure that every single client that we have has the lowest option. Now, the majority of the agencies, they don't have this department. They actually really don't care. They'll let your policy continue and continue, and they'll never check. They'll never call. They'll never give you any options. So I understand that 6 months ago or last year, when you actually came in and we checked the renewal and we weren't able to find something lower, I understand that, maybe it wasn't profitable for you or beneficial for you to actually walk into the office. And maybe you determined, or your perspective was, I just wasted a couple minutes. But I want you to look at the other side of it, the fact that this agency actually cares about your situation. This department that I work for, and I care about your situation, that we're constantly reminding all of our customers to actually give us an opportunity, because all we're doing is just checking to see if you qualify for better discounts, if you qualify for the loyalty discount, if you qualify for a lower rate. Okay, not only do we run it with the insurance company that you have, but also we run it through our whole insurance market. So our goal is to make sure that you have the lowest rate at all time. So hopefully you appreciate that, because there's a lot of agencies that actually don't take the time. So I understand you invested a couple minutes, but look at the big picture. We actually care. We're running the information every 6 months, every year. You know that this agency who you have your policy with are devoted to make sure that you have the lowest option. This should be more motivating to you versus discouraging you. So I want you to do me a favor. I want you to give me an opportunity. Now, I understand we weren't able to find anything cheaper 6 months ago or last year, but prices change. Companies have different rules, different regulations, different procedures, and every 6 months, every year, they're updating their system. So there's a high possibility that you may qualify for something lower. Now, I don't want you to make a decision based on 6 months ago or last year. I want you to make a decision based on today. Now, if we were able to save you a couple, 20, 30, 40 bucks, it makes a difference for you. So why don't we do the following? Why don't you give me another opportunity? Give us another opportunity. Let us check your rate. Let's make sure that you have the lowest rate. Now, just so you can know, you don't lose anything at all. Maybe a couple minutes, but we all have time. We're all busy, but time is there. So let's set up an appointment. Give us another opportunity. Let's run the information. The worst thing that's going to happen is we're going to tell you, look, you have the lowest option based on 70 different companies. You have the best deal in town. And that should be reassuring for you, because you want to make sure you have the lowest rate every single renewal, every single 6 months, every year. You want to make sure that the rate that you have is the lowest across the board. So even though you're investing a couple minutes, but that should be gratifying, because now you know that you do have the lowest. Now you know that the agency that you're with actually cares about your situation and is willing to run the information every 6 months, every year. And once again, unfortunately, our system is not um, designed for us to run it over the phone. So why don't we do this? Let's set up an appointment, come down so we could confirm and check and determine if you have the lowest rate. If not, at least we'll determine if you qualify for other discounts. What do you say? So that's just one tool that we could use. Um, Thanking them for the opportunity and understanding the situation that they've had in the past. And your focus is for them not to make a decision based on that, to make a decision based on the whole purpose of our call, the reason why we're calling. And don't be afraid of letting them know, look, we're the only agency. We're one of the only agencies out there that actually cares about your situation. Matter of fact, you should appreciate the fact that we're giving you the option and we're also going through the process of checking your rate every 6 months. Customers are going to appreciate that. Now let's use another tool. Technically, you don't lose anything. In the contrary, the peace of mind. So as soon as they tell you, no, I'm busy, I don't want to, I'll just make my payment, then you can tell them, sir, I completely understand. And you know what? You're within your power to make your payment. Matter of fact, we want you to make your payment. The insurance company wants you to make your payment. So fantastic. I want every single customer that I talk to make their payment. But I want you to do me a favor. Now give me an opportunity. I understand you're busy. We're all busy. I'm busy right now. You're busy right now. We're all busy. There's not going to be a day that you're not going to be busy. Trust me. Trust me. Every single day you're going to find something to do. You're going to be busy every single week, every single day. 24/7 we could be busy. But why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you invest a couple minutes? Now let me share with you one of the situations, okay? Now I had a customer, maybe similar to you, maybe a couple weeks ago. Same thing, customer was telling me, Rudy, I'm busy, Rudy, I'm busy, Rudy, never mind. I'll just make my payment. I'll make my payment. I'll keep making my payments. That's fine. I'm not interested in saving money. I don't want to go into the office and what if I don't save anything? Well, finally, my customer made a decision to actually visit us, okay? Maybe because I kept calling her and reminding her, look, just show up, just 15 minutes, that's all we need, 10, 15 minutes, we'll make it quick. Well, just to make this story short, she gave me an opportunity, okay? Even though she didn't want to, she gave me an opportunity, she trusted me, at least she acknowledged the fact that my goal was just to help her and to make sure she had the lowest one. Well, guess what? She walked in, matter of fact, she had purchased another car. She was going to make some changes, and we were able to save her a lot of money, okay? Now, if I would have not insisted on her showing up, then she would have kept the policy, and the changes that she made would have been obviously forced to be processed within the same company, and she would have paid a lot more. So what I want you to do is I want you to give me an opportunity. Matter of fact, the majority of the customers that I talk to, they almost give me the same response as you. You know, I'm busy, I don't want to, or I don't have any time. But you know what? Everybody decides to show up because this is your money. What we're talking about. Look, first of all, you don't lose anything. You absolutely do not lose anything. Okay, by giving us an opportunity, you're giving yourself an opportunity to confirm, to double check, and to make sure that the payments that you have are the lowest ones. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to come down, you're going to have a quick conversation with us. So, and you're either going to determine that you have the lowest rate, or you're going to determine that you're going to be able to save a lot of money. Either way is positive. You don't lose anything whatsoever. In the contrary, this is something that you should do every 12 months. Matter of fact, we have a department designed just specifically for the renewal department where we're constantly calling every single customer because we want to make sure that you guys qualify for something better. And we want to make sure that we're running the information every renewal to make sure you have the lowest rate. So honestly, you do not lose anything. Let's just set up an appointment, okay? Let's set up an appointment. So that's another one. You could use a story just simply like I used. Tell them, look, I've had a customer and this was a situation, almost the same identical situation like yours, and they still made a decision. They came in, after a constant follow-up, and we saved them money. Another one, which I kind of used it, but let's talk about this one individually. Just tell them everyone is doing it. Okay, so tell them, sir, I understand you don't have any time, but everyone is telling me the same thing. They don't have any time, but let me share something with you. They actually still make it because they know it's important, because this is your money, because if I could save you 30, 40 bucks, those 30, 40 bucks, you're going to use them for something else. What do you want to use those 30, 40 bucks for something else? So every single customer that I'm talking to is telling me, Rudy, you know what? I don't have any time. Let me just come back, or let me just go in there the following month. But you need to come in before. You actually need to come in before the renewal. You need to come in before the policy renews, so we could check to see if you qualify for those discounts. So everyone is showing up. Everyone is deciding to give me an opportunity. Everyone is giving us an opportunity. So why don't we do this? Why don't you give me an opportunity as well? I completely understand that you don't have a lot of time. It's not going to take too long. It's going to be a good 10, 15 minutes. We'll make it fast. We'll run the information. If we can save you money, you're going to appreciate it. Everyone is doing it. Another one that we could also use is savings. So you're going to tell them, look, matter of fact, I understand you don't have a lot of time. Let me make this quick. Okay, let me make this visit pretty fast. I'll put notes on the system that you're in a rush. We could try to do this within 10, 15 minutes. You're really not going to invest too much time. But let me share something with you. I had a customer with your identical situation. They still gave me an opportunity. They still made it to the office, and we were actually able to save them $40 a month. Do the math. Times 12, we're looking at over almost $500. So guess what? This customer was excited because that's $500 that they're not throwing away. They're not using this money towards an insurance policy. They're using this money towards something else. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you have a bill that's around 50, 60, 70 bucks? Absolutely, right? Everybody does. And if you don't have a bill for that amount, then at least we could consider food. We could consider gas. I mean, we could use $40, $50 for something else. So why don't you give me an opportunity? 90% of our customers are saving money. Give me an opportunity so I could check and I can help you find something more affordable. Use all of these closing tools to convince the customer that regardless if they don't have any time, regardless if they feel that they shouldn't come in, everyone else is doing it and they should do it as well, because if we could help them save money, that's something positive for themselves. So use them. Try at least minimum of 3 times. Don't go straight into scheduling a follow-up or setting up an appointment for a week or 2 weeks from today. Try to bring them in as soon as possible.